Alright, hello is the number 69 of my accountability to myself. I appreciate everyone's attention who watched it, and I would say today is such an amazing day. I just forgot in one moment that every day I live, it's a day that will never happen again in my life. And every time when I struggle with something to execute, it makes me stronger. Like every time, just imagine every time when you struggle with yourself in order to do something you don't want to do, it hardens you to be more prepared for the next time when you need to do something you don't want to do. I guess so, because today I was studying 6 hours, which is not really a lot for as a Sunday, as a Saturday. um, I was supposed to study at least 7 hours, but I will mention about this. So, yeah, today I studied 6 hours and it wasn't hard. I don't feel that it was hard, really. So in the morning I woke up today in 7:30, a bit earlier, and hopefully now I will be able to fall asleep even earlier to wake up tomorrow earlier, because now it's 10:20 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, and I can fall asleep earlier. So I woke up, morning routine, nothing special. Then I was studying sales for 1 hour 30 minutes. After that, I went to the gym and I was training my chest. And of course, what could happen after the perfect bench press when I did 100 for 4? I kept training my chest, and doing the last exercise, I pulled my right shoulder. And it's horrible because I feel that it hurts. And tomorrow, anyway, I'm going to the gym because I'm going to train my back, and probably it will be a trouble, but I hope it will be nice. Hopefully, this shoulder will be fine in 4 days, because in 4 days, I'm supposed to train my chest again. And for me, right now, every chest training is crucial because it compounds, and I'm going to my aim to bench press 120. Yeah, so, but in general, I had a great training. I enjoy training chest, and it's my favorite day in the gym. So then I returned home, had my breakfast, and started my studying, kept my studying. I was studying law for 1 hour 30 minutes. Then I was studying managerial accounting for 1 hour. Then I was studying French for 1 hour. Then I was reading for 30 minutes and reading a book for 30 minutes. In total, I have 6 hours of studying, which is good. And honestly, I initially I planned to have a couple of hours as a free time that I can dedicate to myself because I wanted to do some stuff. But in one moment, my friend came to my room and we had a small conversation. It interrupted me a bit, and in general, it's fine. Like, I really like our conversations when we're talking how we need to become better, how we're supposed to become rich, and so on. It's actually a bit funny because it's we're just talking about this stuff, and then we're supposed to do something. But normally, nothing significantly changes, so it's just, I don't know, conversations just to keep our motivation or something. But I don't really need to be motivated. I guess my strongest motivation is my mindset, I would say. But it's not even about being motivated indeed, because today my mind works in the next way. I realize that my time is limited. I have 24 hours every day, and time is my most precious resource. And I decide how to allocate this. And I don't want to invest, and this resource I can invest everywhere, whenever I want. And I don't want to invest my resource in someone's game, in someone's gossiping, in reading, in consuming some stuff that doesn't bring me profit tomorrow. I don't want to invest in that stuff. I want to invest in myself. That's the first thing that I realize. The second thing that I realize is that I literally have aims and I literally can achieve them. I just need to go step by step. And one of the very important things that I want to achieve, becoming, not becoming, but having all those goals, eventually when I have all those goals, I want to be a kind of person who deserves all of those goals, because if you have millions, it's actually not about millions you have, it's about that kind of person who you became, that confidence, that body of knowledge that you possess of, that ability to resist temptations and seductive offers, that ability to stand by your principles no matter what, that ability to be a great person who can actually be dedicated to something, who can manage himself, who is not managed by some addictions, who is not managed by others, but who realizes what he does and what's going on around. And one of very important things, I want to be respected, but first of all, I want to be respected by myself, which means that I cannot be a weak person, because being a weak person is disrespect to yourself. It's I would say it's not related to anyone. I just found this as inspiration for myself. That's why I interpret it in this way. My weakness, every time when I indulge myself with something, my weakness rises above my standards, above my goals. And if I'm a weak man who cannot adhere to his plans, who cannot adhere to some things that he's striving for, so it basically means I don't respect myself. And if I don't respect myself, others will never respect me. That's why I literally feel over the past month especially that I treat myself otherwise. I start to realize my value more and more. My standards are growing and I treat myself as a more valuable person, because I literally don't fall for any seductive offer I have. I don't include watching reels for 10 minutes per day, alright? It's not about this. It's about other stuff that literally ruins myself. I'm not gonna mention about this, but there are some stuff that I abandoned, and at least I can study for 6 hours per day, because if I have this schedule, I adhere to this schedule. I don't waste the whole day. And it's actually something precious to me. And I'm glad I gained this stuff due to being accountable, due to tracking all the things. We can see how every day I'm writing down literally what I'm doing, how many hours I spent, how it looks like. And then we have one more diary, which looks like this. It's in the end of the month, and here we have current month. So I'm totally accountable to myself, which really works and which helps me to perceive this world otherwise. I don't even have a desire to play games, for example, compare myself today to myself even 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I was playing games, not a lot, but I was playing games. And I couldn't abandon the stuff completely. A year ago, I don't even want to mention about this. I was spending regularly 1-2 hours per day playing games, but today I don't even consider this option, because it's literally that change in your mind when you change yourself as a person, when you change your system. That's probably what's called to change mindset, when you don't even consider some options because your mind is filled with another stuff. And if I mentioned about system, I would like to say about this more. It's the last thing that I want to mention about today. The system is basically what leads you to the to the life you are actually living. Because, for example, let's imagine the simple example. You have a room and your clothes, you have your clothes all over the room. Your room is messed up, but you want to keep your room clean. So you decided to put some effort to clean your room finally, to fold up those clothes, and your room looks nice. You you put some effort and you have your result, but your system is the same. And if you stay the same person who got used to throw away those clothes, to spread it away, I don't know how to say it, but if you just keep your clothes everywhere in your room, eventually in a couple of days it will be again messed. But if you're changing your system, you don't need to clean your room, to fold up your clothes once per several once per several days, because you automatically keep it clean. You automatically, when you change your clothes, when you come home, you put everything on its place when it's supposed to be. So probably I didn't explain it really clearly, but the bottom line is that we don't need to really struggle with that solution. We need to struggle with creating habits and with creating system, because our brain is wired to survive. To survive, it wants to use as less as possible effort to do some kind of actions. That's why probably 75 to 80 percentages of decisions that we make per day, we make them automatically, because our brain wants to survive. It seeks for comfort, because in the place you have comfort, your brain knows that the system works, and your brain wants to keep this system. But sometimes you need to change it. Sometimes you need to explain to your brain that there's another system that also works. It might take months, 2 months, 3 months, but it's definitely worth it. And the more you try something that you are scared of, it's not even about clothes, it's about opportunities that suddenly appear in your life, but you reject them. I'm talking about myself, honestly. Like, every time when I say you, I'm talking to myself. I look at myself. Just every time you see this opportunity, you reject it. And alright, it's not about me, because I don't reject it every time. What I basically mean that I started trying those opportunities that I would be scared to try a year ago, for example. And it really hardens me. I'm not scared of trying the next opportunity, because I feel more confident. I feel that I can cope with it. Like it's totally fine. And the more you're doing something you're scared of, the more confident you become, and the more self-respect you gain. And it's an endless game. The more you do, the less scared you are, and the more prepared you are, and it's easier, and you can win. You can basically win and achieve everything in in this way. So 6 hours of studying, not bad. Tomorrow I will see, because I have lots of stuff that I would like to do, but I need to dedicate this time to myself. So I will try to schedule somehow this stuff. Probably tomorrow I won't be as productive as today, but we will see everything tomorrow. But today that's all. Thanks if someone watches this, and see you the next time.